Hi, everybody. It is Pastor Joseph here on Ascension Day. Welcome to your daily Spirit Lift. And if you didn't know that it was Ascension Day, count yourself among the many, because a lot of people don't know it's Ascension Day today. Today, Ascension Day is the day 40 days after Easter. It always falls on a Thursday, so I think that's why a lot of people don't know what it is and don't remember that people celebrate it. The Amish and the Mennonites celebrate it a great deal, and I'm not quite sure why, but I have a theory about that. But anyway, Ascension Day is the day 40 days after Easter, when Jesus ends his time on earth. The risen Jesus ends his time on earth, sharing his teaching with the disciples. And we read in the book of Acts that on Ascension Day, from the Mount of Olives, Jesus ascends into heaven, and then the angels come and say to the disciples who are standing there with their mouths hanging open, why are you looking for Jesus? He will come back again and will descend the way you have seen him ascend. And that's the story of Ascension Day. You can check that out in the book of Acts, chapter 1. Anyway, couple thoughts here. First of all, I think it's a very important thing that Jesus ascends into heaven, because it then means that his Spirit can be poured out upon all flesh, as it says in the book of Joel. If Jesus were to appear in bodily form now, with the millions of Christians on earth, the many billions of people on this earth, you can just imagine the practicalities of that. People would want to get a hold of him. People would want to have an interaction with him. And I can't blame them. But in this instance, him ascending into heaven means that he can reign from on high, and that we all can have an interaction with him. We don't have to be physically close to where Jesus is to be present with him. I think that's really important. That's a really important piece of theology. The second thought that this brings up is the idea that this is why I think perhaps the Mennonites and the Amish find this so important, because the second part of the ascension story is when the angels say Jesus will come back the way in which you've seen him ascend. And I guess that reminds us all of probably our mortality. It reminds us all of the doctrine of the second coming of Christ, which we don't spend a whole lot of time on in most of our churches, because it sometimes gets way too specific. Sometimes it gets way too bogged down in details, people trying to predict when Jesus will come back again. But it also, in the Amish tradition, it's a day of visiting. It's a day of rest. You'll often see Amish folks getting in a van with what they call an English driver, somebody who is not part of their community, somebody like you or I, and they will get together and go in a van or charter a bus, and we'll go to other Amish communities to visit. And I think that's important, because what we're challenged to do is, the disciples had 40 days of immediate, uninterrupted, face-to-face relationship with the risen Jesus. And now that he is ascended, in a way, we have to figure out how to live without that immediacy. We have to live waiting for his second coming. And what does that mean for us? And I think it means that we need to be responsible. I think it means that we need to be mature, that we need to grow in our faith, we need to grow in our responsibility. The disciples, I don't know if they ever would have grown in their maturity had Jesus not left them. Look at the disciples prior to Jesus' ascension versus afterwards. They weren't very brave folks in the Gospels. When you read about them, they're a mess. They're a disaster. Afterwards, they are willing to live their faith out in a bold and powerful way. I pray that you will find the power of the ascension this day. Spend some time tonight, if I can encourage you to do so, reading the story of the ascension as found in the book of Acts. Spend some time thinking about that story and how that may have an impact for you. Is it something that we in the Protestant Church, in the United Church of Christ, should spend more time on? Is it something we should spend more time getting to understand? Do we have ascension rituals? We really don't, but should we? Are there things that we could do ritually to value this overlooked holiday? All right, blessings to you all. Watch this space. Tomorrow's Spirit Lift is going to be about worship in person and how we are going to proceed into the yellow and what that's going to mean for you and for what that's going to mean for you and for how we are going to move forward. As in Pennsylvania, we have gained in some counties in Pennsylvania, we've gained our yellow status, and what that means: still being careful, still being cautious, still being healthy. That's our number one priority right now. But I will see you all in this space in the next couple of days. Be sure to watch your emails, watch your videos, and I look forward to seeing you all in this virtual space going forward. All right, bye now. Love y'all. Miss you. See you soon. Bye.